Okay, guys, I'm gonna make a quick subcast here. Shout out Coach Purdy. I know I'm here in the studio. Pika and Kobe have been doing great. I couldn't figure out your recording equipment. Like as far as I know how to do the mic and all that, but I didn't know the editing stuff on your computer. I'm not really familiar with Apple stuff, so I was like, I cut my losses. I had to head out anyway for like a little bit, so I was like, might as well swing by the studio for like just a short period of time, do these subcasts. So, this video is about just being arrogant to an extent and not thinking you can't be taught anything. So if you follow me on Instagram, which you should if you don't, TRT Curry 811, I post some great things. You will see that I just recently bought a book. And if you already know me as a human, or if you just follow my channel already, you know that I enjoy to hunt. And I've hunted since I was about 9 years old. Realistically, about 9 years old is when I first started. And the other day I bought a book about hunting, cooking, and butchering your own game. Stuff that I already kind of know. The butchering part, not so much, because I've always had it processed, because I'm just not that, I've never had the utilities to butcher my own game. But I was like, it'd be a cool thing to learn how to butcher my own game, future reference. And the cooking and stuff I already know, but like hunting and all that stuff I already know. I've hunted for years. And I made a caption at the bottom, and I said, it's one thing that I can learn from this book, and this is not what the caption said. It's one thing I can learn from this book. Just different things that other people, who are better than me at hunting or who've done it longer, that I could learn from. I always feel like if you're talking to someone, you should listen as if they always have something to teach you, because you will get something out of it. It makes you a better listener too. But the caption I put is, don't think, no matter how, it started out like this. I said, no matter how good you are or think you are at something, don't be too arrogant to think you can't be taught more. So for guys who wrestle, I'm going to tie it in. I know I'm kind of rambling, but ties in here. Me and Coach Purdy both. We coach. We're coaches. I mean, we don't just call ourselves coach. We really do coach, and we're students of the game. We continue to evolve our game, and we continue to try to get better. And we learn things from different people. We don't think we've made it because we know we haven't. There's always someone who knows more than us. It's a mindset it's very easy to slip into, especially when you're a younger person. If you're younger and you're in high school or you're in college, if you were like a state champ in high school, it's easy to fall into that trap of thinking, well, I can't be taught anything new. A lot of people do that. That's what separates the ones who succeed at the upper level, like in college and all that good stuff, than the ones at high school, is because no matter how good they get, they know they can get better. There's always something they can perfect. And yeah, it's an easy pitfall mindset to get into. And yeah, I mean, you cannot sit here and think that what you know now is the 100% correct way. For instance, the very first, like in the UFC, you had Royce Gracie introduced grappling to the world, and everyone thought that it was the greatest thing. Well, you fast forward to about 2002, a guy by the name of Eddie Bravo, and he grappled with a guy named Royler Gracie from the Gracie family, and he was grappling with him in a weird way. He was doing this weird guard technique called rubber guard. A lot of people didn't know it at the time. He had the leg above the head, and he was using his flexibility, and he was making up for his shortcomings with putting someone in weird positions that they wouldn't have known. And by him doing that, if you watch MMA now and you follow jiu-jitsu or something, because I do jiu-jitsu because I enjoy being a student. That's one thing Coach Purdy, and he may share that same thing. It's being a coach now, I kind of miss being that aspect of the student. I enjoy being at the bottom ring and having to work my way up. It's just a good thing for everybody, is getting better. But anyway, back to what I was saying is, Eddie Bravo transformed jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu was thought of as the most deadliest martial art at that time, just about, although wrestling is the true deadliest martial art. But he had transformed everything, and then shortly after, Eddie Bravo was putting something in that even the Gracies didn't understand. And he evolved jiu-jitsu. Now you have no-gi, like sub-only type stuff, and that was huge for the sport of jiu-jitsu. Fast forward a few more years, a guy by the name of Dean Lister goes into a Rorion Gracie Academy, and he's leg locking everyone, and his philosophy is, why would you neglect 50% of the body? And he told that to one of the coaches there by the name of John Danaher. And if you know anything about jiu-jitsu or MMA, you would know the name John Danaher because he has now developed one of the deadliest leg lock systems, all from that encounter. He was a coach, and Dean Lister came in just to train, and he was open to learning from Dean. And now you look at the guys that John Danaher has coached, like the Gary Tonins, Gordon Ryans. You have people like Eddie Cummins who are great leg lockers. So, I mean, yeah, don't ever be too arrogant to think that you can't be taught anything new. That's a very, very poor mindset to have. So my last parting words to you is, just when you think that you know everything or that you have it correct, just know that you really don't. Just know that there is some room for improvement and that you're not at the pinnacle. Like, there's still journey to go. So hope you guys liked the video. #Russell6.